Hey, and welcome to this meditation session for confusion. In case you are experiencing some strong feelings that you can't really put a finger on, perhaps you're having a hard time dealing with anxiety right now. I know this can be the hardest moment to sit still, but at the same time it's this exact moment that you need it the most. So let's try and find a comfortable seated position. You could either sit cross-legged on the floor or on the edge of a chair with your feet placed on the ground. As long as you've got a neutral back and you're not leaning on something. Relax your hands on top of your knees, on your legs. And if it is accessible for you emotionally right now, try to turn your palms upwards towards the ceiling, the sky. It tends to give a sense of letting go, of opening up. But if that's too much for you, it's okay to turn your palms down. It helps to root and to ground. Relax your shoulders, your abdominals, but keep a neutral spine. So we're going to start with our eyes open. You can find a soft gaze, not staring at anything in particular, just aware of everything that's surrounding you. Relax your face and start to take some deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Filling up your belly and your chest. And we're not gonna judge, we're not gonna have any opinions about how we do this practice. We're just gonna observe. Now with the next exhale, slowly close your eyes and return to a natural breathing through your nose. We're gonna start by noticing how the body is feeling. Are there any obvious sensations? Any tension, discomforts, aches? Try not to react to whatever you're feeling. Just like with judgment, we're only noticing. Is there a sense of tiredness, or are you feeling energized? A sense of restlessness, movement, or calm, stillness. Is there a sense of heaviness or lightness in the body? Now notice all those parts of the body that are relaxed, where you are feeling more spacious and comfortable. Now, how are you feeling emotionally? Emotions are also felt in the body. So maybe that heaviness, tightness, or lightness you were feeling, could it be related to an emotion? So this is where labels come in handy. Usually it's something we try to avoid, but when we are observing our feelings this way, giving it a name could help to take some distance and notice that you're not the feeling, you're having a feeling, experiencing a feeling. So labeling a feeling could be something like, oh, that's happiness, that's sadness, that's confusion, anxiety. But if it's hard for you to understand what kind of feeling it is, that's okay too. It doesn't mean that you failed. It's just a little bit harder to distinguish. So what you can do is to just sit with the feeling. Where in the body are you feeling it? Is it in your chest or in your belly? Somewhere else? If you were to give it a shape and a color, how would it look? And is it possible for you to just sit and feel the feeling without reacting or holding on to it? Is it possible for you to let it move freely in the body? It's almost funny how sometimes we hold on to these feelings. Something that we might don't want to feel. Something that we might even want to get rid of. And we're not noticing that it's actually us holding on to the feeling, making it last longer. And that's just how we work as human beings. And we all have the good days and the bad days. So it's important to remember that it's okay not to be okay. It's just a moment. It's not your whole life. And when we feel heavy or tightness, when we have anxiety or any feeling that we might experience as something negative, we tend to want to do something about it. But it's not always necessary. Yes, sometimes we have the tools to change the feeling. Even just a change of perspective can help sometimes. But then there are days when nothing really helps. And especially those days, it's important to remember that it's okay not to be okay. And accepting that, being okay with that, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes letting go of the need to feel good or change the feeling already puts you in the process of changing. But then again, remember not to have any expectations. You're letting yourself feel and be present with the feeling that you're having, not to change it, not to have a certain outcome, but to accept the moment just as it is. To let yourself be vulnerable. And if at any time you feel the need to take a deep breath, do so. Just sit and feel whatever is there. Whether it's clear to you what that is or not. Okay. Now let's just take some deep breaths. So I want you to fill up your lungs as much as you can with the next inhale and holding that breath for a moment. Holding in the air. And then exhaling slowly through your mouth, releasing. And one more time like that. Inhaling through your nose, filling up your lungs, then holding the breath at the top of your lungs. And then opening up your mouth to exhale slowly. Now let's take one more deep inhale through your nose. Holding the breath. And then see if you can inhale slightly more air. Holding. And open up your mouth to exhale. Release everything. Now come back to a natural breathing through your nose. Now take your hands to your chest. One hand above the other. And remember that you are the first person to be there for yourself. You are the first person to look after yourself. And I want you to have compassion for yourself. You are enough. You are held, you are loved. You are capable of anything you put your mind to. Remember that as you go through your day. You're welcome to slowly blink your eyes open again. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.